Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh video. This time I'm here to talk about recent cards. You know the drill. First and foremost, though, TCG exclusive product. The other two sound decks have been confirmed. Earlier this month, we got confirmation of we're getting another legendary duelist decks, like the legendary hero ones. This time, it's the 5Ds ones. And they have confirmed that it will be Kiza and Crow alongside Yusei. Now, Yusei is instead of just making a pre-constructed deck with these two, Yusei's is most likely the structure deck that the OCG is getting, the Power of Fellows one. We're getting 8 brand new cards for it. We still have yet to get the last 4, but at the moment it is looking promising. Akiza obviously makes sense because Doom of Dimensions has her new support. And a lot of her Rose Dragon like plant stuff is kind of like spread out within in the set. So good thing that it's just clumped together, right? And of course, Crow, Black Wings. It comes for me. It comes no surprise that Black Wings it's probably one of the most beloved decks in the history, and because of that, it's nice to have. And of course, this is the rest of the product description. Each 40 card main deck and 10 card extra deck, which is nice. Of course, the main selling point of these is that some of the most popular card tech, from Mold Charming Meowls and Infinite Impermanence, that can go on whatever deck you're playing next. And the 5Ds themed cards aren't just one of each sampler. Comes in 2s and 3s. You need to make these decks work. For example, we are 100% getting 3 Junk Synchron with this one. I'm pretty sure we're getting 3 Junk Synchron with the Yusei deck. And of course, there's those special chibi cards. The Bowser Legend Monster Mayhem stuff was any indication. That's something new they wanted to try. So we're getting chibis for Stardust, Black Rose Dragon, and Black Wing Dragon. And of course, chibis of Yusei, Akiza, and Crow. It's nice. This is really good. Now, on to the actual cards. So we do have K9, Yummy, and Dracotail. So let me go through an order of the ones that came out first, aka we'll start with Dracotail, then we'll work our way back, right? So 2 new cards. We got this Genshin Impact looking fucking card. Jesus Christ. Dracotail Fricks, level 2 light spellcaster. If this card's normal special summon, target a Dracotail monster in your graveyard, except itself, summon it, and then you can return 1 monster you control to the hand. If this card set to the graveyard from Tail's fusion summon, you can set 1 Dracotail spell trap from your deck. And then Sting, target a monster and or spell trap in your opponent's graveyard, banish them. Then you can place 1 Dracotail card from your graveyard, banish it from the bottom of the deck, except itself, and then draw a card. I think they're fine. The problem with the main gimmick with Dracotail is that anytime the cards, the spellcaster dragons, are used as fusion material, they set any spell trap from your deck to your hand. So they could not only that, but they have cards that can play on turn 0 by just discard, fuse, and then I'm gonna set up some stuff for next turn, right? Try to beat that kind of thing. This, I don't think the deck really needed. I think what the deck needed was another way to quick discard the fuse and have a better payoff. Of course, obviously the payoff is you get to set a Dracotail spell trap, but this is probably just going to be played as another one-of, because all the spells and traps can kind of just cycle themselves back. And this is cool because you can get a monster and a spell trap in your opponent's graveyard. So something like a Fiendsmith, for example, you can banish their Engraver and Tract, I guess, because it says and or. So I assume you get 1 each, which is pretty good. Because you can either get, I think, 1 monster, 1 spell trap, or both, which is good. Of course, the best thing about Dracotail is their nice grind game, because you can place any card back to the deck, draw a card. It's really good. I just think this one here should have just been another discard fusion card, in my honest opinion. It would have been just better, but I think you'd still play this one. Sting, you probably play Sting too, but yeah, I think it would have been better just get another discard fusion. But I don't know. I'm not as entranced of Dracotail compared to Yummy and K9 in my, if I'm being honest. But I think the deck is still going to be like third, fourth best deck here when we do get Justice Hunters in a couple weeks. Time for Yummy. Ooh, baby, look at this little man. God, dude, he's on fire. Look at that. And it's the arcade machines, dude. God. What a... This is great. This is great. So we do have Marshmallow Yummy. Level 1 Light Beast, like the rest of them. If you control no monsters, or if all monsters your opponent controls are light, or all monsters you control are Light Beasts, summon this card from your hand. Activated effect. No more special summon. Add a Yummy spell trap from your graveyard to your hand, or if you were special summoned by a synchro monster's effect, all of the Yummy synchros, you can place one Yummy field spell continuous trap from your deck to your hand, or banishment face up your field instead. Nice. Yummies. Continue spell card. Each time two your more Yummy monsters are special summoned to your field at the same time. Gain 500 life points, and if you do, your opponent pays 500 life points. You can pay 500, target 2 face-up monsters on the field, including Yummy Snatchy, which is the Link one. Send both to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon one Yummy Synchro monster from your extra deck. Is treated as a Synchro summon. If your opponent activates a card or effect, pay 100 life points, like putting a quarter into the machine. Immediately after this effect resolves, Link summon a Yummy monster. So, this is really good. Compared to the Dracotail ones, this is really good. This means you don't have to play multiple copies of the field spell and or waste a search for the continuous spells and traps. Obviously, Yummy likes to try to cycle through the field spells throughout their combos and such. It's great that they don't have to like play multiple copies, because this could just get whatever you want. It cycles the copies, or you could place what's the not surprise, redemption, I think it's called, which is great. Redemption gets you an extra card. You can cycle through your hand, trying to find more hand traps, of course. The field spells are good. One can destroy a card when you synchro summon something. The other one, God, what the other one do? The other one, I think it's like the other one summons from your graveyard, I believe, if you control the Link one. So ideally is if they pop one of them, you can place the other, and then just continue comboing off, do whatever you want. Of course, field spells already have effects that can just replace themselves back into the deck, which is great, obviously. But this being summoned during your opponent's turn, obviously you can place the... I honestly forgot the name of one of them, but before both of them. But you can place one of the field spells. Right, you then activate the Link monster synchro summon. Again, right, do the whole chain thing. Right, this acts as a form of disruption another form of disruption that your opponent has to be prepared for, because if not, then the Yummy is gonna break your board during your turn, as far as their first thing of interaction that they got. The continuous spell is really good too, because in the event that this acts as in your turn, obviously is more in your turn. This acts as removal. You pay 500. You target 2 face-up monsters on the field. Including Snatchy. You send them both. Bring out the synchro. This acts as removal for your opponent, because they have to find a way to deal with this. Of course, sent to the graveyard, so it can't be something like, say, destroyed, or in the case of the Dracotail, right? Graveyard Fusion Summon doesn't really count. They can't get that trigger. And of course, the little pachinko thing where you get the Link summon, summon it away the synchro that you make, right? Which is great. I think these cards are really good. Now you don't have to play all 3 play sets for the Yummies. I think you can get away with a 3-3-2-1 split now. But it's the problem with Yummies is that they don't have that much of a main deck compared to both Dracotail and K9, as Yummy has more synchros to fucking work with. And of course, we have K9. Now, K9, I'm going to be talking about K9 in the sense of itself, not in the applications of how good is the stuff that I can put it in with the Vanquish Souls K9 deck. I'm only going to be talking about Pure. So, as for Pure, I had 2 new cards, which is nice. Level 5 Earth Machine. All the main deck K9 stuff is just different different types, so makes sense. Teak Booth, strongest. This card is, if your opponent has 2 or more cards in your hand, you can normal summon this card without attributing. About half of them have this effect. The only ones that I think that don't have this effect specifically is, I want to say, Izuna. No, Izuna has it. It's Lupus. I think it's Lupus that doesn't have it. But this card's normal summon, special summon 1 non-machine K9 monster from your deck, and if you do, you're locked from the extra deck. Or you cannot special summon from the extra deck while you control that face of monster except K9s. Send 1 K9 monster you control to the graveyard to look at your opponent's hand. Give me that. Give me your fucking hand. Let me take a peek at that shit. This is really good for the deck. This is one of its probably its best normal summons at all. Of course, the lock kind of sucks, and it of course just deviates from, like, please stop making generic rank 5s. Please make one of the K9 XZs. Of course, the main gimmick with this deck is that they're going to make quick XZs off of the quick play spells. Lupus, Izuna, of course. Oh, Izuna can get it, but Lupus, the quick play spell, is great. And of course, the hand knowledge is fantastic because you take a peek of your opponent's hand. You can activate the continuous spell, add this, normal summon this, summon from deck. Then from there, you can either send the K9 that you summon from deck. Like, look at your opponent's hand. From there, you get to look at, it's like, okay, what if they didn't ask me at this point? I gotta know what's in your hand. I think this is really good for that. And then Jax. Jesus, man. What is that? Shark Boy Lava Girl kind of stuff, dude? What? Level 5 Dark Fiend. 2 level 5s. If this card succeeds summon, or if your opponent activates a monster effect in hand and graveyard, attach material. Target a monster on the field, destroy it. K9 XZ that has this card as material gains this effect. Any battle damage this card inflicts to your opponent the turn they activate that monster effect in hand or graveyard is doubled. So, obviously, K9 loves the quick XZs, the quick play spells, and I think the trap can bring out any of the XZs. It just needs to be a different name. Of course, what you can do, XZ summon this, go Noroi, summon Lupus from deck. Now you have targeting protection. XZs make, make Jax. Jax effect, you will detach, destroy a card, break your board, and then from there you rank up in quotations to like Ripper, with one of the quick plays. Add any K9 card, whichever one you need. Of course, then your opponent has activate a monster effect. You can set a quick play from your deck or graveyard, which is great. Of course, the main gimmick with Ripper is that you can just negate a monster effect, which is nice. Or, since it's an OTK enabler, you go Werewolf. He's going to be attacking with 3,300 attack. And he's getting multiple attacks. So, he's going to hurt. I like him. I like it. I like it. This obviously is significantly better. I hate the fact that Yummy and K9 got better cards than Dracotail, but I think for its applications in Pure, this is good. This is really good. it gives, because of how the lock is in K9, where some of them don't really lock, and some of them lock you out of light exes. So obviously you can't do stuff like Paradise Smasher like a degenerate. It's good for what the deck pure K9 is. It's good what it needs to do. It acts as two things: disruption. It helps with OTK enabling, and of course, a starter. The deck really needed another starter, and this is what absolutely. The one thing I'm ticked off about it though is that it doesn't say if this card is normal or special summon, because as far as I know, most of the K9s don't negate its effects when you summon it from hand or grave. Because of that, this card doesn't really get you any value when you summon it off of, say, Jokul or Lantern. I also think it's the thing I like about it. I think this right here is on theme. When you look at your send a K9 card, you control the graveyard, look at your opponent's hand. I think it's theme because they are policemen, and they gotta investigate the crime and stuff. I think it's cool. Hand knowledge is always something valuable, no matter in every single game you play, no matter what. And I believe the continuous spell, this right here, they give the big rank 9 another 900 attack. You are doing a ridiculous amount of damage. So I think this stuff is good. If I had to rank it, it's probably be number 1. This probably be number 2. Then a little small gap, and then Dracotail number 3. Unfortunate, but that's what I think. Again, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.